underneath that, underneath the deck here, we have the Tower. Underneath that, what? Justice. That's you guys. Oh my goodness. Y'all making some stuff happen. I feel like in the past there was some sort of course correction or some balancing of the scales, and now it's all about action. It's all about taking, taking action seriously. I do get this feeling that for some of you guys, the Tower also indicates like something unexpected coming about, something unexpected, something that you didn't see coming. And I feel like it had a lot to do with some sort of balancing the scales. I think it honestly, it could be that something could be coming in and you have to just kind of like nip it in the bud the second it comes out. That's like the initial instinct that I'm kind of getting with this. Like something's going to come up and you have to correct it. You have to be the Libra. You're going to be like, nope. Yeah, okay. You heard what I said before last time? No. That's what it's looking like you guys have to do. Because here in your current state of being, you have the Queen of Wands. She don't take no mess. She has a lot of fun though. She is always in the moment. She's pure raw energy. Okay. And she's authentic to herself. And you know what? You guys just like Aquarius and pretty much everybody's going through a serious amount of change. You've definitely become someone different. You're not the typical stereotype Libra anymore. You're very selfish, and it's not a bad thing, right? Because your 7th house is Aries. Aries is supposed to be all about the self anyway. So how you guys are in relationships is very similar to an Arian right now. So it's interesting that comes up. So Aries does come up from this. Okay, Aries does come up from this. So in regards to the Queen of Wands, there could be that you guys are not taking no ish right now. You guys are more feeling like that fire, that spark, that passion. You guys are feeling very creative, very, you're feeling very fiery right now. You guys could also be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, as well. And you could be identifying yourself as somebody's, better half, somebody else's fire sign. You belong to a fire sign, or they belong to you, either one. Or this could be that you are connected to someone that you feel is very passionate and exciting and very romantic in their own right? But your goal is to gain balance in your situation, to finally have some sort of balance, not oscillate things back and forth, not juggling situation, none of that. Nothing. You want to have it balanced. You want to actually proceed with one of those pentacles, perhaps rather than just looking at them and kind of distracting yourself. I feel like right now you guys are in this process of distracting yourself because this is something you should be doing. And I think you guys want to have something done, not have something done, but you want to do something that you want to do rather than something you're supposed to, or something that you or said you're going to do, something that you're committed to. You want to actually pick a cup and run, pick a pentacle and run with it. Weigh your options and not have to constantly look at work and be like, this is the only thing I've got that I actually enjoy. Why do I say that? Because the Hierophant is crossing this goal, this desired outcome. It's crossing it right now. It's like your responsibilities are just like, it feels like a responsibility. It almost feels like this relationship is a responsibility. Okay. And it's coming up as a commitment here. Like, yes. And you've been waiting on some sort of progress to be made for forever. You've been waiting on something to come back. You've been waiting on some sort of change. You've been waiting on some sort of progress to come about. I don't think that you guys have gotten that sort of progress. Because the Three of Wands is talking about action being taken, right? It talks about, it talks about waiting, but still doing things in the meantime, right? Preparing for whatever you've set your ships out, whatever it is that, that you've sent your ships out to do, right? You're waiting for things to come back. And that's almost like you're expecting, you're expecting the same old stuff. Like you're expecting the same, I don't know. It could be that you're expecting more commitment from this individual that you're dealing with. Maybe that's the Queen of Wands. Maybe you're expecting more commitment. Maybe you're expecting something to change with the Tower energy regarding the commitment that you've got. But right now it's like, it feels like you want to do something that's fun, go outside and enjoy your life instead of constantly balancing them scales, constantly juggling the situation that you've got going on right now. Maybe even making a choice between two people. Maybe there's more than one individual in this reading, or for you, right? For those of you out there, there's some of you guys may be just like, no, I'm watching for one. And then there's some of you guys that could be watching for multiple. So it's like, Which one are you going to commit to? And if you're the one that's being juggled, which, like, when is enough enough? Like, if you, like, it doesn't matter whether or not this person decides you or not. Do you decide them? If so, then they're yours. And I get it, right? The Three of Wands, you're waiting on some sort of response. You're waiting on the go to commit. Well, Libra, your advice here is the Nine of Swords. Okay. And let's talk about stress. Talks about stress, anxiety, things kind of like being a little bit uneasy right now. And it totally makes sense why things would be uneasy. Tower coming up because of justice, your card, karmic scales correcting itself, things being balanced. Perhaps there's something that needs to be done or needs to be corrected right now. And it's hard to do because perhaps you've got a lot, you've got a lot invested in it, or that, the fact that you are committed to this. You're responsible for it. You feel responsible for it when that's not necessarily the place. You know what I mean? You're never responsible for someone else. So that's, you want to be able to just, no longer distract yourself with these pentacles, I feel. You want to be able to just commit to yourself. And I think that's the stressful part of it, right? What if, the what ifs, the what if I can't, and what if this happens, and et cetera, et cetera. Well, then you'll be the Queen of Wands. You'll live in the moment. You'll handle it when it comes. You'll handle it. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? Everything doesn't have to go smoothly before you can say yes. And that's okay. You have everything that you need, Libra, to go ahead and make this decision that you feel like you absolutely need to make. This is a justice for you. This is committing to you. What do you want? And if you want it, go for it. It's all totally up to you. Don't worry about what could happen. Because if you believe that you can make it through anything and you're a survivor, you will make it through anything. Because in your feelings, you have the Ace of Cups. You're open to love. You have a cup open, ready for love to be taken. For those of you that are single or out there within a relationship, even so, right? You're ready to go ahead and recreate love. Or not even recreate, just to heal from the old situation. From an old situation. And begin a new process or begin a new way of love, of loving each other. It's new love. So I like this energy for you. I really do. I really love it. And it opens the door to so many possibilities. Now, what your hopes and fears is just the Three of Pentacles, which does indicate to me here that, yeah, there is some planning for the future. There is some sort of planning for things to be done, right? Like you're wanting things to come out, or to not necessarily come out, but you want to see if there's a stable future even available to even begin with, which is completely understandable, right? But I feel like at the same time, it's not necessarily important whether it goes somewhere or not. But now it's all about what feels good in the moment, because that's what the Ace of Cups is all about. What feels good? Just too much focus on the practical. What do you want? What does it feel? Because if it feels good, you can make anything happen, make anything long term, make anything, stand out and be amazing if you want to. It's all up to you. It just depends on how you feel about it first. If you feel something good, if it feels good, great. You have some that is established right there. It is what it is. You can do the steps that needed to make sure, make something happen, right? But you got to love it first. You got to know what it is first. You got to want it first. You have to enjoy it first. And even then, you're going to be living in the moment with every process, every step, before it can truly get to a place where it can be finalized. So let me go and take a look at what your Whispers of Love has to say. I always say that with the Whispers of Love. Wisdom of the Oracle. No, this is the Whispers of Love. Ooh, forgiveness. Now, I said the Ace of Cups is healing. Okay. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. I think there was something in the past that you were expecting. There's something that you committed to, and it didn't come through. It didn't fall through. But that doesn't mean that, it didn't fall through. It didn't come true. But it doesn't mean that there isn't something that can't come true. The star reminds us of that. There's always hope. There's always Yes, it's always the star that's in the distance that's telling us that, hey, our dreams can come true. You know, we can wish upon a star and make it happen. But it comes with work. It's the same thing, right? You can't just sit there and wish on the star. She, as you see even in this image, she's pouring water back into the earth. She's doing something. She's giving back. And I'm thinking, okay, Libra, like, of course, like, I don't think there's any sort of, like, some of you guys may have this issue with giving, right? But I don't think that's the case. I really don't. But I do feel like that's what it's saying, though. It is saying that it does come with work to make the dream come true. It does come with, things that may need to be done, right? And it's all about whether or not you are, not necessarily willing to, but can be in the moment. Because the Nine of Swords is stressing about the future. It's stressing about what's not happening yet. Or stressing about the situation, but it becomes it becomes exploded in your brain, right? It becomes too huge. Way more than the actual problem itself. And if you just commit to it and do it, right, and get, if you commit to it and just, and make it happen, there actually won't be that much stress, because then you realize the situation wasn't probably as bad as it was. And I'm not saying that you guys are not doing anything. I feel like you guys are. The Three of Wands indicates that you guys have been doing the work, potentially. Some of you guys have been just sitting there waiting. Some of you guys. But then there's some of you guys out there that have been doing the work, and you haven't been seeing what you've been wanting to, what you've been dedicated to manifesting. So yeah, it's stressful to be in a relationship with someone that doesn't, it's not moving in the progress that you want, in the direction that you're looking for. But that's the thing, taking action, the Tower, making it happen. Just go ahead and do it, right? And this, just survive, thrive, be you, Deception. I think Leo had this, that or Virgo, and it says someone is wearing a false mask in your relationship. So you know what, Libra, you might end up cracking the code on some sort of deception here in your relationship. Somebody may not be being truly honest with themselves or with you in this relationship. I don't see any lies here, but you do have the Tower with Justice, which is talking about, correcting of karmic scale. So there could be somebody that's getting corrected. It could get corrected today, or this week, sometime this week. But I feel like this is saying, most importantly, that you don't ever have to wear a mask. You don't ever have to feel like you have to just buckle up and conform. The Two of Pentacles is totally opposite. Just facing and doing your dues and managing your responsibilities. No, you don't ever have to just do that. What you can do is you can be yourself and make something happen within your own terms regarding what you want, and take control of what you want to manifest. Of course, it comes with forgiveness and healing, but you have already started this. The Sage of Cups. You're ready. You're absolutely 100% ready.